What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be recapping last night's heartbreaking Week 2 loss for the New York Giants in Washington against the Washington football team, Thursday Night Football. Just an absolute, really tough game. A heartbreaker for sure. Sorry I took almost 24 hours to come out with the video. I was just trying to calm myself down today and, think about the good. And, there's just tons to take from this football game and lots of good for the New York Giants. Lots to build on, and lots to look forward to for next week against the Atlanta Falcons at home. But we're going to start off right with the offense. They couldn't have done anything more. This offense was absolutely terrific all night long last night. Daniel Jones had his best game as an NFL quarterback, and I don't think it's even close. He put up 29 points against a very good, one of the top Washington defenses in the league, one of the best front sevens, and not to mention the offensive line held up. They were just terrific all night. The protection Jones had was terrific. He's never seen that kind of time to throw the football. He was sacked 4 times, but at the end of the day, it didn't even seem like it. He had tons of time to throw. There was just so much to take from it. Shepard was terrific in this game like he was in Week 1. He's, proven that he's a very good receiver in this league. And he had 9 catches for 94 yards, which is very good. Darius Slayton, he cost us the football game. A lot of people say it was Dexter Lawrence that, he jumped off sides, which, by the way, that was not offside if you go watch it again. When he went over the line of scrimmage, the ball was out of the center's hands, but, that's beyond our control. Slayton cost us the football game. He dropped a touchdown pass that would have ended the game. It would have put the Giants up 30-20 with about 6 minutes to go. But aside from that, he had another drop. He's been dropping a lot of passes. But overall, he had 3 catches for 54 yards and a 33-yard touchdown pass, which was very nice. He shows flashes of good. And then Kenny Golladay had 3 catches for 38 yards. Those were the top 3 receivers for the New York Giants football team. But overall for Daniel Jones in the passing game, he was very good. He had 249 yards, 1 touchdown, didn't turn the football over. So very good signs for Daniel Jones and lots to build on for him moving into Week 3. As for the New York Giants run game, Daniel Jones was the leading rusher with 9 rushes for 95 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. He had another rushing touchdown that was called back because of a CJ Board holding call, which was absolutely pathetic. There were a lot of penalties called in this game, and I think it was, both sides, both teams got some calls, but at the end of the day, the calls that the New York Giants got called for, like that holding call, the Dexter Lawrence offside, those are just game-changing calls. It caused points, but that's not the point. Saquon, he was back to himself. He didn't really rush for a whole lot of yards, but he had a 41-yard rush. He had overall 57 rushing yards in the game, in 13 carries. He showed that he showed flashes of his old self, and it looks like he's gonna, within the next couple of weeks be, definitely, coming back to the player he once was. So, very good news for Saquon Barkley. I like the way the running game has been over the past couple of games. Daniel Jones on the RPOs, and Jason Garrett deserves a whole lot of credit. The game he called last night was fantastic. He showed a lot of different variety, the RPOs, the play action. He kept the defense on their heels, and I really like Jason Garrett, the game plan he had. But one thing I didn't like about the offense, which has nothing to do with the players, it's all on Joe Judge and Jason Garrett. And that was, when the Giants had the football after the James Bradbury interception, they should have went for the touchdown. There's no reason for them not to have been aggressive. That was absolutely pathetic. They stopped going to Sterling Shepard, and they didn't ride the hot hand. They did it against Denver in the second half. It was something that I was very, very upset about, and I think they need to ride the hot hand. Don't move away from a guy who's caught 9 passes for nearly 100 yards in the football game. That was something that I didn't like. But overall, Jason Garrett called a tremendous, tremendous game. Elijah Penny, I like that he's coming in on the third downs, the third and shorts to, just go in and get the yard or two that, the Giants need to pick up the first down. I think 2 or 3 times that his name was called upon, and he did that. So, very good there. I like the play calls from Jason Garrett. I like the deep shots he took. The Giants had, a couple of chunk plays. So, overall, for the offense, very, very good week. And, hopefully they can build on it and do the same thing against the Atlanta Falcons. Now we're going to get into the bad of the football game. And James Bradberry, he's got to be better. Leonard Williams, he's got to be better. These are guys that are being paid a ton of money, and they just aren't showing up. James Bradberry had a fantastic interception that if the Giants won the game, that would have been the game-changing play. And, it very well should have been. That was just a terrific interception. There's no reason the Giants, for them to blow that, but they did. James Bradberry's got to lock down his wide receiver. That's the bottom line. That's what he gets paid to do. He's got to do it. And he hasn't been able to. The Broncos' passing game looked fantastic because of how poorly our secondary played. Terry McLaurin, was just catching every ball all over James Bradberry. So he has to be better. The secondary has to be better. This defense as a unit must be better. Patrick Graham in this soft zone is pissing me off. I can't stand the soft zone. I can't stand that the New York Giants, within 2 minutes of halftime, just give up a touchdown and hand the opponents the lead going into the half. That needs to stop. The soft zone needs to stop. Play man-to-man. Play aggressive. Don't play scared. The Giants are playing on, they're sitting back, and I don't like it. It's not the way, they should be playing with the secondary, the pieces, the talent they have on this defense. The pressure needs to, we got to get pressure to the quarterback. Leonard Williams needs to get sacks. He needs to get pressure. He needs to get QB hits. Washington's offensive line isn't crazy at all, and the Giants couldn't get pressure. Azeez Ojulari, credit to him. He had the only tackle for loss and the only sack of the game for the New York Giants. He had both. The rookie second sack of the year. I have a feeling he might win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but that's besides the point. The Giants got to get pressure. Patrick Graham's got to put together better game plans. He needs to call better games. He's got to get the New York Giants defense back to where it was last season, and they added pieces, so it should be better. It's very good that they're going up against Atlanta next week, a team that's pathetic. Their offense is no good. The Giants should bounce back, and it's key that they have this kind of matchup, to try and turn their season around. And I think the Giants are going to do without a doubt. At home, they should beat the Falcons. I think they will. Hopefully, it's a turnaround game for the whole team overall, and hopefully they're able to beat the Falcons and move to 1-2, which I think they will. Overall, guys, as bad as the game was, as tough of a loss it was, it's still very early in the season, and for the New York Giants fans that are flipping out, I get it. It sucks that they started 0-2 again, but at the end of the day, you look at our division, it's not a good division, and I actually posted a tweet today. I'm not sure you guys all follow my Twitter, but follow that. Follow my Twitter. It's in the About section of the channel. I did say on Twitter, if the 49ers beat the Eagles, the Chargers beat Dallas at home, and then next week the Giants beat the Falcons, which should happen. The Bills beat the Washington football team, which should happen, and then the Cowboys beat the Eagles on Monday Night Football, which should also happen. There's going to be a 4-way tie for first place in the NFC East at 1-2. That's my prediction. I think that is what's going to end up happening by the end of week 3. I think there's going to be a 4-way tie at 1-2 for first in the NFC East. I think that's very realistic, and this season's far from over. With the extra game, with as bad as the division the Giants have, with the extra wild card spot, the Giants are in this. We got to root for a Chargers and 49er win, though, on Sunday. I'm going to have my week 2 picks probably tomorrow. I know I said I was going to do them today, but just wasn't in the mood after the game last night. But overall, the Giants got to hope Philly and Dallas loses, and then we get the ship running again. And I think the New York Giants are still in good hands. This defense isn't going to be like this all season. They're going to turn it around at some point. I think it's going to be soon. I hope it's going to be soon. And I think it's going to be this week. As a New York Giants fan, you got to be happy with the matchup and the timing that this matchup comes against the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is a game, maybe the most winnable game of the season. It's definitely a must-win game for the Giants, and I think they should have no issues in winning this football game. I can't see Atlanta scoring more than 20 points against the Giants, and if we put up 29 points on offensively against the Washington football team, we should be able to put up over 35 points against the Atlanta team. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but I definitely think the Giants are going to be able to come out with a Week 3 win. But that's all I got in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video. Comment down below what you think about last night's game. What do you think about the state of the New York Giants? I think they're going to be just fine. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video.